Welcome to All Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome to round 7. We are at the Hockenheim, the new Hockenheim track that has never been used in All Folks Racing PlayStation, with a car that has never been used either. That's the Ginetta G57. It's not an LMP car, it is a track day car. Nevertheless, it looks like an LMP. It kind of behaves like an LMP, so we can say it's an LMP round at Hockenheim, and that is this week's combo for round 7 of the summer 2022 season, as the season enters its second half. Now we have 10 drivers in this race, and Dale Taylor is the driver that's on pole position, with Kev Allen alongside him. Second row, it's Simon Allen and Diogo Silva. Third row, Jorge Jesus, the return of Jorge to Old Fox Racing PlayStation and Jumbo. Fourth row, Scott Davey and Darren Head, and usually at the back for Darren. And the fifth row, it's David Emge and John Scott. We'll have a 13-lap race, and we shall go trackside to find out what happens here in Hockenheim as Dale Taylor is on pole position, and the green lights are coming, and away they go, and everyone makes a pretty good start. No obvious strugglers. Now let's look at Dale Taylor in the first corner. That number 39 is ahead, and look at this, Simon Allen in second place has jumped over Kev. There's a driver at the back, that Scott Davey is going very slowly. We shall investigate what happened to Scott, because it's not obvious to me, as Scott was in 7th place, and this was coming together between Scott Davey and was it Darren Head? I believe it was Darren Head. Let's look at the onboard to confirm that this clash. And that was Darren trying to come on the inside there. Darren breaking late, the Scott shut the door, and they end up in 9th and 10th, so not the start that he wanted. Reset button goes there for Scott, but let's go back to the race leader, and Dale Taylor has already opened the gap. Look at this at the back, that's Kev Allen, Simon Allen and Diogo Silva, all mixed up there as they approach the first real breaking point, well, the heaviest breaking point of this second. Diogo Silva almost loses it there, but still in 4th place. Look at this, Jorge Jesus is on the outside of Diogo Silva. What happened there? He was coming, that number 20 on the outside, and that was a little bit tight there for the two drivers, but no harm, no foul. But look at Dale Taylor's lead already, 1.4 seconds. He's looking magnanimous. Kev Allen in 2nd place, Simon Allen in 3rd. Look at this, Jorge Jesus running wide and get under pressure from Jumbo in 6th place. Simon Allen 3rd, Diogo Silva 4th, 50, Jorge Jesus 6th is Jumbo, followed by David Emge. Nice start by David. And someone has at the back. And that was David Emge. That number 46 was very well placed, but now he's in the gravel and almost getting collected by John Scott. There goes also Scott Davey. Darren Head is up to 7th already. Nicely done there by Darren, going up a couple of positions. Jumbo in 6th place, but the leader is Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor, the South African driver, ahead of Kev Allen, ahead of Simon Allen, ahead of Diogo Silva, Jorge Jesus and Jumbo, with Darren Head recovering to 7th. Scott Davey is already up into, and something has happened to John Scott, which we'll try to find out what it was. And this is and Scott was coming. And Scott just shoved Scott out of the way. That's Scott Davey. He was clearly much quicker, shoving John Scott out of the way. Now John sitting in 9th place, followed by David Emge, and here comes Dale Taylor. The gap at the front is now a second. Dale Taylor, that number 39 Ginetta G57. This is a very strange car with a very strange sound as well. But the top 6 are checking out. Darren Head is already 7 seconds behind the leader. And Scott Davely already 12 seconds. So the top 7 in fact are more or less together. And then there is a big gap to Scott Davely in 8. And John Scott is struggling a little bit. He missed the braking point here again, and David Emge lost no time getting that 9th position, as John Scott, probably not a lot of practice, and this car, although not very powerful, it can be tricky to tame. Second lap is about to be complete, and look at this, Kev Allen is challenging Dale Taylor for the lead of this race. We have a battle for the lead. Kev Allen is definitely getting much closer to Dale Taylor than on the opening lap. Simon Allen, followed by Diogo Silva, and then is Jorge Jesus and Jumbo. And Kev Allen is absolutely flying. Oh, he's flying off the track as well. And and Simon Allen, oh, big crash. What a crash, Simon Allen. How did this happen? They both reset. But what happened to Simon Allen? How did he get involved in this? I believe that he was trying to get out of the way. But it was a big incident there. Let's look at the replay. And we can't really see what happened. We need to look at Simon's onboard. And he was absolutely stuck. He was upside down. Now Kev is coming back. And oh! Kev just came across the track at Simon Allen. Just how many rolls. So many pirouettes from Simon Allen. Now, well, he's still in 8th place, amazingly. Kev Allen is in 6th. And look at that windscreen. Oh, absolutely. Let's have a look from Kev's perspective, what happened. And we shall apply the chase camera, because I think that will be the most appropriate way to look at this incident one more time. Now Kev, he just flew off the track on his own. He's taking the line. Oh, he clipped the curb. This car does not like curbs. Now he flew off the track, and now he's coming back, and oh, by the tiniest of margins, Simon Allen just clips him. And well, Kev recovered fairly quickly. Then head up to 5th, but now this has definitely changed the order quite substantially. It hasn't changed the leader though. Dale Taylor is now 4.5 seconds, 4.6 seconds ahead of Diogo Silva. Jorge Jesus is up into 3rd. Jumbo is up into 4th, and now under pressure from Darren Head, with Kev Allen still in 6th place, incredibly, followed by Scott Davely and Simon Allen. Drama here in Hockenheim as the Allens collides on lap 2. We're still on lap 3, so still quite a long race to go. Jumbo is rotating. Jumbo, well, it's not a full rotation, but it's enough for Darren Head to go ahead, and Darren Head from 8th on the grid is in 4th place on lap 3, so that's a significant recovery, as look at this Kev Allen almost losing it again. Jumbo in 5th now, 6th is Kev Allen, magically has recovered all the bits of his car that have fallen during that crash. 7th is Scott Davely, and Scott is already defending from Simon Allen. Simon very anxious to go back to the front. And Simon clearly has a bit more pace than Scott at this point in time. David Emge and John Scott running 9th and 10th. And look at this now. Scott Davely has run wide, and the curbs are definitely not a favorite of this car. Here goes Kev Allen into sixth. No, Kev Allen was already sixth. It's actually Simon Allen that was eighth, and now he's seventh. Gap at the front has decreased. Gap at the front has decreased. Diogo Silva is coming after Dale Taylor. 2.7 seconds. Jorge Jesus third. And look at this battle here. It's Darren Head, Jumbo, the Allens, and Scott Davely, with Kev already very close to Jumbo. Let's go and follow this battle for a bit, as Kev Allen is also very interested to go back to the front. That number 45 of Jumbo trying to defend from Kev Allen, and Kev knows that Simon is behind him, and probably not a very happy bunny after that incident. And he definitely wants, look at this, he's all over the place really. Kev Allen trying to go around Jumbo, but for how much longer will Jumbo manage to stay ahead of Kev Allen? Gap at the front 2.6 seconds. It is stable now. And ahead of these two drivers, it's Darren Head in fourth place. This is the closest battle on the track. Darren Head. Oh, Kev Allen has lost it again. Kev Allen has lost it pretty much in the same place. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How did this happen? Let's follow Kev Allen as he... Oh, it's a carbon copy. Except that this time Simon Allen does not hit him. Oh, reset button there. Almost collecting Scott Davely in the process. But this means now that this group is Darren Head, Jumbo, and Simon Allen. Simon up into sixth place. Kev Allen very quick, started on the front row, but two mistakes in the same corner. That's really compromising his race. And let's look at the battle for the lead now for a bit. That's Dale Taylor has been leading from pole position since the beginning. And he is being chased by Diogo Silva. The gap now 2 seconds. It has never been this close, but still a couple of seconds before Diogo, who started fourth, reaches the back of Dale, and Dale certainly has a lot of pace. 1:31.333 is his time. Diogo Silva 1:31.173. Now let's look at the lap times at the end of lap 5. Dale Taylor crosses the line. It's a 1:31.4. Diogo Silva a 1:36.60, fastest lap of the race. And the gap now 2.2 seconds. Let's go and see other battles. Jorge Jesus is in third on his own, followed by Darren Head, and Darren has opened a bit of a gap over Jumbo. Jumbo is defending like there is no tomorrow from Simon Allen, and Simon is aiming to go up into the top 5 again. And will Simon now try anything? We are on lap 6 already, out of 13, and here comes Simon Allen on the inside at the hairpin, and didn't work because Jumbo defended very nicely indeed. And Jumbo also closer to Darren Head now. Then it's Scott Davely in 7th, sorry, and 8th is Kev Allen. After those two incidents, Kev still has quite a large gap over David Emge and John Scott, running 9th and 10th. The gap between these two is just 3 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that battle for 9th as well, as another lap will be complete. And and Jumbo loses it at the entry of the stadium, and spectacularly knocking down one of those boards that tell you the braking distances. Now he loses it and he's down into 8th place. Simon Allen up into 5th. Scott Davely in 6th place. Gap at the front has actually increased now. Oh no, 1 second. What happened to Dale Taylor? Dale Taylor What happened to Dale Taylor? Oh, this is in turn 1 again. Oh, just loses it. And loses it, and now has to press the reset button. But Diogo Silva is the new leader of this race on lap 7. And can Dale Taylor maintain second place from Jorge Jesus? He can at this point, but he's losing momentum, and Jorge is coming with all the momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if Jorge is going to go into second place very, very soon indeed. But now Dale seems to have this under control. Let's look at more battles. This is Darren Head now defending from Simon Allen, battle for 4th place. But all of a sudden, this man, Diogo Silva, after starting 4th, is leading the race on lap 7. Dale Taylor still bad. Oh, look at this. There's a move there between Simon Allen and... Scott Davely. Scott Davely spins. Scott Davely has spun. We'll get a replay of that, as he was just trying a little bit too hard, defending from Kev Allen, and Kev takes avoiding action, but Scott Davely loses 7th and may lose 8th to Jumbo. No, he doesn't. Now let's look for battles, and this is the closest battle we can see right now. Battle for 4th place between Darren Head and Simon Allen. Simon trying to recover after that incident with Kev earlier on. We'll keep an eye at the gap between 1st and 2nd, and also 2nd and 3rd, although now Dale Taylor seems to have checked out from Jorge Jesus. Simon Allen is trying hard to get that 4th place. Another lap is complete. Leader is on lap 8 already, out of 13. Darren Head running very wide there. Look at this. This is the opportunity for Simon Allen. Simon Allen is going to go for it, or is he? And then they're side by side. Simon Allen almost outbraking himself, but look at this. For how much longer can Darren Head continue to be ahead? What a great head-to-head battle here, as Simon Allen is going to try to go on the inside, surely, of the hairpin. Darren is already going defensive, but Simon Allen is coming with more momentum, and now they are just braking, and side by side. Do they make contact? Yes, very brief contact, but Darren had nice defense there. Very nice. Both drivers giving each other space, and let's see how this battle is going to evolve in the next few corners, because Simon Allen clearly has more pace, but Darren Head is doing a momentous job defending there. Gap at the front is 3.7, is more or less stable, and these drivers are 5 seconds behind the Jorge Jesus, who is the last man on the podium. Kev Allen is up into 6th place now with Scott Davely's spin. Jumbo in 8th, and look at this. There's a big oh, Darren Head spins. Oh, disaster for these two drivers, as Simon Allen has absolutely nowhere to go. Here comes Kev Allen, and Kev Allen, is he going to go ahead of Simon? Look at this, these two tangled a couple of laps ago. Now they're side by side into turn 1. We'll get the replay of what happened, but Simon Allen is having none of it. Simon Allen is having none of it, and he's going side by side with Kev, but Kev is ahead. What a big battle. Kev Allen up into 4th place, but Simon is, and Kev Allen, there's contact between the Allens again. Let's go back to that original spin of Darren Head, because I can't quite figure out if he spun on his own or not. But Simon Allen was so close to him that really had nowhere to go. Oh, absolutely no intervention of Simon here. And then Simon is just trying to go through, but unsuccessfully. And then Kev Allen just comes and overtakes both of them. Nice, incredible scenes here. This is a replay from, let's go on the onboard maybe, of one of them. Let's go chase camera. I think it will be easier to see what's going on. And Simon Allen really absolutely taking no prisoners there and running off track, and multiple contact points with Kev. Now Simon is going to try to go on the inside with a bit of a push there, but it all ends well for everyone, and Kev Allen is up into 4th place. Let's go track side because something is about to happen here between these 3 drivers. Darren Head is very racy there with Simon Allen, but Kev continues to be ahead. Simon Allen loses a bit of time there at the chicane exit, and Scott Davely continues to be ahead of Jumbo, and John Scott is in 9th place. David Emgen now in 10th. But this is the biggest battle right now on the track. Lap 9. Diogo Silva continues to lead 3.2 seconds. As Kev Allen completes another lap. Leader is already on lap 10. Ooh, running wide there. Running wide, and let's have a look at... Oh, and Darren Head has lost a bit of time. So let's go through the fields. Diogo Silva, the leader since lap 7. Now, Dale Taylor is coming back at him, or is he? It's still 3.3 seconds, although visually it looks much lower. Dale Taylor is in 2nd place from pole position, lost the lead with the spin in turn 1 on lap 7. 3rd is Jorge Jesus, 5.9 seconds behind the leader. Then is Kev Allen, followed by, and Simon Allen has had a problem. Simon Allen has had a problem because he lost the position to Darren Head, and this is how it happened. Ooh, it was again in turn 1, as Simon is going to again clip the curb and bang into the wall. Does not spin, but well, multiple kisses with the wall by Simon Allen, and Darren Head is up into 5th place. Look at this, Simon Allen again off the track. 7th is Scott Davely. 8th is Jumbo, and Jumbo has had a small problem, and now Scott is actually 6 seconds ahead, and then it's John Scott crossing the line, followed by David Emge in 10th place. Let's look for battles, and there's one here that is Darren Head defending yet again from Simon Allen. Look at the gap at the front, just 2 seconds, and there's still 3 laps to go, but Dale Taylor is coming after Diogo Silva again. This race is not over. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, Simon Allen! Simon Allen again! Simon Allen! Again! Oh, and look at the one of the boards is... oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Simon Allen again on his own. And just bang into the barrier. And clips that board, that Hockenheim ring board. Very nicely located there. Just waiting for someone to shove it into the track. Now the gap is coming down. Look at this, 1.8 seconds. Diogo Silva did a poor lap, 1:31.697, and Dale Taylor 1:30.623, as they are... Oh, look at this, almost nose to tail, and Diogo still has to do 2 laps. Well, everyone still has to do 2 laps. But this is not over. 3rd is Jorge Jesus, did a poor lap there. He's 8 seconds behind the leader. So it's a 2-man race for the win. 4th is Kev Allen, followed by Darren Head, followed by Simon Allen, followed by Scott Davely. But let's go back to the race lead, because that's where the battle is. And look at this. It's definitely under 2 seconds. Let's look at lap times. There's 2 laps to go at the end of this one, and look at this, sliding there through the Sachs curve is Diogo Silva, the leader since lap 7, but the other leader of this race, Dale Taylor, is coming after him in that number I forget which number, 39 is the number. Look at this, the gap 1.2, 1.7 seconds with 2 laps to go. Let's look for battles. This is Darren Head defending from Simon Allen. Darren still in 5th place, and these drivers are more or less they have more or less stable gaps. Let's look at the race leader again, Diogo Silva on the penultimate lap. The gap is 1.6 seconds. Dale Taylor is still not in the mix for the win, but he will be potentially at the end of this lap. So the last lap, oh look at this, sliding there through the exit of the hairpin is Diogo Silva. The gap is now 1.1 seconds. Dale Taylor is coming with everything at Diogo Silva. Diogo still has the race under control, or does he? Because the gap is now under a second as they approach the beginning of the last lap, and Dale Taylor is 7/10 of a second behind Diogo Silva. Look at this. This is the battle for the lead now. Oh, Dale has lost a little bit, a few tenths of a second there. The gap goes up again to 1.3 seconds, 1.5. Maybe this is the break that Diogo needed for the last lap, because this one is going still to be very close indeed. Now, last lap is starting. We'll keep an eye on the other battles. There's a big one there between Darren Head and Simon Allen. Let's see if that has any developments. We'll keep an eye at the gap there at the front now. The gap seems to have increased now, 1.5, 1.6 seconds. Last lap starts for these drivers as well, as Kev Allen crosses the line in 4th, followed by Darren Head in 5th and Simon Allen in 6th. The gap is going up. The gap is going up 1.9 seconds. Diogo has saved a bit of energy for the last lap. Now a mistake, any mistake, will be crucial by either of the drivers. 1.6 seconds. Let's keep an eye on the battle there. Oh, there's a big battle here. Something is about to happen. Simon Allen in 6th is coming after Darren Head. This is the last lap. Darren Head is going defensive. Simon Allen on the outside. And look at this, who is going to be the last of the late breakers? And it is, oh look at this, Darren Head spins, hits the curb, flies, and this car does not work very well with just 2 wheels. And Darren Head, through a mistake, ends up losing 5th place. But now Diogo Silva, he is coming to take the checkered flag. It's his win number 40 in Old Fox Racing PlayStation, as he becomes the most successful driver in history of PlayStation Old Fox Racing official events. Diogo Silva fends off Dale Taylor. Dale in 2nd place, nicely done. 2nd place from pole position. 3rd place is Jorge Jesus. 4th place is Kev Allen. 5th place is going to be Simon Allen. 6th is going to be Darren Head. 7th, Scott Davely. 8th is going to be Jumbo. And everyone is running wide there in the last lap. And then we'll follow the last 2 drivers. We haven't seen too much of them. That number 57 Ginetta, the G57 57 Ginetta of John Scott. And look at this, David Emge is also there at the back. So these drivers have, well, they're not separated by much. Let's see if John Scott will hold on to that 9th spot, as he is going to complete the race. And David Emge also coming to complete the race. Everyone finished the race, and everyone on the lead lap. And oh, David is almost spinning in the last corner, but it doesn't matter now, as he crosses the line in 10th place. What a race this was in Hockenheim, round 7. Diogo Silva the winner, and we look forward to race 2 here on the Labareda channel. It is goodbye.